hop, hop, hop.
It's an action where you jump up and down with one foot, often quickly and lightly. Here is a sample sentence. The rabbit suddenly jumped up and started to hop across the garden.
Horizon, horizon, horizon.
It's the line where the sky meets the earth, marking the edge of what you can see from a certain spot. Here's a sample sentence. As I stood on the hill, the sun began to set, and the horizon was painted with hues of pink and orange. This sentence uses the word horizon to describe the line where the sky meets the earth.
Horizontal, horizontal, horizontal.
It refers to something that is lying flat or level, with no up or down direction. Here's a sample sentence. The artist carefully placed a canvas on an easel to paint a horizontal landscape with rolling hills and a bright blue sky.
Horn, horn, horn.
It's a hard, pointed part on some animals that sticks out from their head or body. Here's a sample sentence. The bull's sharp horn gored the fence, causing it to splinter and break.
Horrible, horrible, horrible.
This word describes something that is very unpleasant or disturbing, often making you feel unhappy or scared. Here is a sample sentence. The smell from the dumpster was horrible and made my stomach turn. In this example, horrible is used to describe something, the smell, that is unpleasant or repulsive.
Horror, horror, horror.
It's a strong feeling of fear or disgust that makes you feel uncomfortable or scared. Here is a sample sentence. The old mansion was said to be haunted, and its dark and musty halls filled me with a sense of horror. This sentence uses the word horror to describe a feeling or emotion, rather than an actual monster or frightening event. It's a more subtle use of the word that conveys a sense of unease or dread.
Hose, hose, hose.
It's a long, flexible tube used to carry something from one place to another. Here's a sample sentence. The gardener used a hose to water the parched lawn on a hot summer day.
Hospitable, hospitable, hospitable.
This word means being welcoming and friendly to guests or visitors, making them feel at ease and comfortable in your presence. Here is a sample sentence. The warm and welcoming innkeeper was extremely hospitable, offering us a complimentary breakfast and helping us plan our day in the town. In this example, the word hospitable means showing kindness and generosity to guests or visitors.
Hospitality, hospitality, hospitality.
It's the act of making someone feel welcome, comfortable, and at home when they visit or stay with you. Here is a sample sentence. The warm and welcoming hotel staff showed exceptional hospitality to their guests, making them feel at home during their stay. This sentence illustrates how the word hospitality can be used to describe a person's or organization's friendly and generous treatment of others.
Host, host, host.
It's someone or something that provides a place for others to be, often with food, shelter, or entertainment. Here is a sample sentence. The hotel was happy to host a wedding reception in its grand ballroom. In this example, host means to provide a location or service for an event.
Hostage, hostage, hostage.
Someone who is being held by someone else, often against their will, until certain demands are met or conditions are fulfilled. Here is a sample sentence. The terrorist group took several people hostage and demanded that the government meet their demands, or else they would harm them.
Hostile, hostile, hostile.
This word means being against or opposed to something or someone, often with a negative feeling. Here is a sample sentence. The crowd's hostile reaction to the politician's speech made it clear that they were not in favor of his policies. In this example, hostile describes the crowd's attitude as being unfriendly and opposed.
Hound, hound, hound.
This animal is a type of dog that is often used for hunting or tracking something, like a scent or a person. It's usually very good at following smells and finding what it's looking for. Here is a sample sentence. The family's energetic hound, Max, loved to run around the backyard and chase after squirrels.
House, house, house.
A building where people live, often with rooms inside. Here is a sample sentence. The family moved into their new house last weekend. This sentence demonstrates how the word house can be used in a grammatically correct and contextually relevant way.
Hover, hover, hover.
It means to be suspended or floating above something without touching it. Here is a sample sentence. The helicopter hovered above the ground, its rotors whirring softly as it waited to take off.
Howl, howl, howl.
It's a loud, long cry made by an animal, often at night or when they're feeling scared or upset. Here is a sample sentence. The pack of wolves let out a haunting howl that echoed through the forest, sending shivers down the spines of all who heard it.
Hug, hug, hug.
It's a physical gesture where two people hold each other tightly, usually to show love or comfort. Here is a sample sentence. She wrapped her arms around him and gave him a big hug to comfort him after his argument with his sister.
Hull, hull, hull.
It's the outer covering or shell of something, like a boat or an animal. Here is a sample sentence. The old sailing ship had its cargo hold in the hull, where it was protected from the elements. In this example, hull refers to the main body of the ship, excluding the superstructure, the deck and upper parts.
Hum, hum, hum.
It's a low, steady sound that you can feel as much as hear. It's often quiet and hard to notice, but it's always there. Here is a sample sentence. The low, soothing sound of the bee buzzing in the garden made me feel calm and relaxed, and I couldn't help but hum along with its gentle hum.
Humane, humane, humane.
This word means treating people or animals with kindness, respect, and care. It's about being gentle and fair towards them. Here is a sample sentence. The animal shelter was known for its humane treatment of stray dogs, providing them with food, water, and medical care until they could be adopted. In this sentence, humane means showing kindness, compassion, and respect towards animals. It implies that the shelter's staff and volunteers are treating the dogs in a way that is gentle, caring, and free from cruelty or suffering.